Hello, I'm here, Bethany, to discuss the greatness of Disney. Now, I know you and me have always pined on great Disney movies and movies in the past that have just amazed us when we were little kids. From when I was younger, I always watched great Disney movies like Beauty and the Beast and all these other great movies, and they came with great songs, which made them even more magical. I mean, even back then when I was a little kid, I would never gotten into Fantasia, which was made back in the 1930s or 40s, I think. Well, anyway, it was made a while ago, and just to admire the imagination and the animation that these guys could come up with was just simply amazing. And it's always wondered to me, what is the single greatest Disney animated movie ever made? What has made the most lasting impression on a guy? Well, actually, on children. My personal favorite is Aladdin. I like the storyline. The soundtrack was great. Characters were amazing. Robin Williams was in it. I mean, any movie with a classic comedian like Robin Williams, you got gold. You struck gold. Now, most girls probably go like, no, 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 Little Mermaid, meh, 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 meh. Okay, first of all, Little Mermaid. Okay, I don't care. I don't care when this movie is set. I don't care what time period. Ariel, who's 16, marries a guy, Prince Eric, who's visibly in his 20s. I don't care. I don't care if I have just killed your princess dreams. That's the only thing I have wrong with it. But you get great songs from those. You even get the ones that aren't even musicals, like The Fox and the Hound, Bambi, which I was never a fan of. What was another one? Well, I mean, those are the few that weren't musicals. Well, actually, technically, Fox and Hound was. There was only one song I can think of where it is. It's that owl. I think Big Mama was his name. Was singing about how Todd shouldn't hang out with Copper. But yeah, Disney is irreplaceable. I've been to Disney World. I went to the Magic Kingdom. I think I was 12. It was a while ago, a long time ago, but it was fun. Princesses were. I never got to saw the princesses at all, which I mean, when I was 12, I really shouldn't be worrying about that. But there is great memorable things about Disney. Walt Disney is the greatest child uh, movie maker ever, and it's so unreal how amazing he was at creating just all this stuff just out of nowhere. Even though most of his stuff actually wasn't original, like for example, Hans Christian Andersen came up with the majority of the movies. Like, well, Pinocchio was an old Italian fable, um, and Sleeping Beauty. That's a class. That was done before. Cinderella. What was another one? Even The Little Mermaid. That was something he took from another story. Old like Hans Christian Andersen made that story first, and then it got kind of slightly altered by Walt Disney because the ending's not so sad. That's not so happy. Not really the best ending for kids. But then you get into the golden era, 90s up until the early 2000s. Little Mermaid, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, Pocahontas, all these just magical ones. Mulan, which is a very underrated Disney movie. I'm surprised it's so unknown, which surprises me because it's got Eddie Murphy playing a dragon, and he cracks one-liners on there that as a little kid you fall down laughing. It's so funny. Disney, they just need to go back to what they were. I mean, one of Elton John's greatest hits came off of the Lion King soundtrack, and it stood the test of time as one of his best songs. Billy Joel's got a great hit from the song from the movie Oliver and Company, and that's called Why Should I Worry, which people don't even realize that that's actually from a Disney movie. It's on his greatest hits. It's on a regular album, but it's if you listen to it and look it up, it's on YouTube. It is in there, voiced by Billy Joel, and just like I just remember growing up with Disney. I've always loved Disney. I'm I'm happy that I have an aunt in public relations that works at Disney headquarters, and well, I don't necessarily I don't know if that's necessarily in Florida, but she's in Florida and she works for public relations in Disney, so she knows all this stuff ahead of time. Disney even has great sports movies like The Mighty Ducks and Angels in the Outfield and many others. I think The Blind Side was Disney. Blind Side, I think. The Rookie, Hidalgo. Horse racing is a sport. It's a horse race across a 3,000-mile desert. It's a sport, either way. The Disney Channel, which used to be really good. I remember back in the day, the Disney Channel had original movies that were just monsters. They were so good. Um, and they had good shows on there. Before Hannah Montana. I can't think of any shows right now because it's been a while. Just Jumping Ship was a good movie. They had all three Lawrence brothers, Matt, Joey, and Andy. Of course, all the girls know Matt and Joey. Joey was from Blossom. Matt was from Boy Meets World. Andy kind of came out of nowhere. Um, which makes me think about it. There's one more show I forgot to mention from the '90s. Recess. Enough said. I can't. I'm surprised I forgot about Recess. But anyway, getting off topic. Um, just Disney has never come out with a bad movie. Never, never, ever, 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 ever. And the thing is, what's sad is that there's so many companies trying to copy them, like DreamWorks. I feel bad for them because they are trying to copy what Pixar and Disney have become, and it's terrible. And 20th Century Fox, they came out with a couple good ones. They came out with Anastasia and All Dogs Go to Heaven, and they also came out with American Tail, which most people don't know. That's the story of Fievel, that little mouse. People forget that Fievel Goes West is the second one, not the first one. It's the second one. And there's also actually three American Tales. The third one is kind of unknown, which it's kind of understandable because it's really not that good. But I mean, it was just a great movie. And then I think Disney bought the rights to, I believe, DC Comics. I'm not really sure. One of the comics, either Marvel or DC. I think it was DC. So like maybe they might bring something back. Hopefully they don't touch Batman because Christopher Nolan just needs to. That's his shtick. But yeah, just I think you and I can both agree Disney is you can't just there's no word that describes how perfect everything Disney is. I don't care if people argue with me being, oh, Disney's the devil. Well, you know what? Kids aren't gonna know that, and kids don't even care. I've watched every Disney movie that my parents threw at me when I was younger, and did I turn out okay? Well, hopefully Bethany agrees with me, but I think I turned out pretty good. I love Disney. It's one of my favorite things in the world, and well, there's not much more to say. Disney's the greatest thing to happen to this world since sliced bread, and I will hear from you later. Bye.